Okay, welcome everybody back to the final round, which is round 7. I must say it has been a very tumultuous experience, and I really commend you, Anika Niklani, for being the final participant in this, which means you know that we are about to have the atomic slash nuclear wings. Are you ready for that?
No, I'm very nervous actually. I don't take spice very well.
Well, you're Indonesian. You're like pseudo brown,
Yeah,
so you should be.
I mean, maybe.
You're-
Hopefully, I'll be able.
You're
to
gonna handle it. You're gonna handle it. I will tell you this: we have. I have been through diaphoresis, palpitations,
Oh.
anxiety, all of the above. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
I'm
You'll be
scared
good.
for you.
No, we have emergency medicine doctors here. So what do we have here? Oh, this time we just have one wing for round 7.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that means it must be absolutely insane.
I know. I'm very nervous.
All right. Well, why don't we start talking and
Sure.
then we'll slowly
Yeah, I'll
start
let you
eating.
go first.
Okay. So this is probably one of the most important sections and probably one of the most important rounds. We're going to talk about wellness, right? Because wellness is paramount in any residency training program. If you are not well outside of work, there's no way you're going to be well and functional inside of work. So I have invited here Dr. Anika Niklani, and she is 100% our wellness champion. She organizes all the wellness activities and opportunities in our emergency department. And so, but more than that, she's also part of our simulation faculty. She is one of our simulation fellows of the past. She's now part of our simulation faculty, and she's also our wellness champion. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Anika Niklani. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at NYPQ.
Oh well, thank you so much for having me. I actually feel this is like very near and dear to my heart. I think wellness is actually such an important part of residency education. I think we have moved on from the dark ages of working 60 plus hours a week.
I'm going for it, guys. Sorry, keep going.
I'm
keep
scared.
going.
I'm scared for you. I'm scared for you. We don't work these 60 plus hours a week. There are regimented work hour weeks now. And with the way things are going, we care for patients, and it's very, very important to take care of yourself while you're taking care of patients. So with that, given the climate of how much that it's important for wellness in general, it's even more important for physician wellness. So we have incorporated a very robust curriculum that focuses on the very different aspects of being a physician, being an emergency physician, and being able to live happily as an emergency physician. And on top of that, we also plan wellness events that are related to our well-being, companionship, and camaraderie. So, very proud of it.
So I think there's 2 or 3 components here I want to discuss.
Is it hot? Oh my
hot.
goodness. I don't know if I'd be able to handle this.
Tell me about the curriculum itself. Is there a specific wellness curriculum?
You okay? I care about your wellness. Yes, we do have a very specific wellness curriculum. Actually, I built into conference every once a month. We'll do a 20 to 30 minute lecture, core lecture on specific topics. These topics include anything between physician depression, burnout, imposter syndrome, mindfulness, physical well-being, financial well-being, litigation stress. Today I did a lecture on sleep wellness, which really focused on the importance of sleep and how to get more sleep, which is, an issue during residency. And it's once a month. It's built into our program. It allows us to focus on something outside of like the bread and butter of emergency medicine. However, still pretty core to what's important to be like a full, well-rounded emergency medicine physician. You okay?
No.
No? No?
The answer is no. But
You gotta get the Tums.
I'll be okay. It's always the initial bites.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm a little scared.
So that's great. So it sounds like you have an actual structured, formalized like curriculum where you are, amongst a busy day of other, more academic curriculum, you actually have a break from that to like talk about like real wellness topics pretty regularly.
Yeah, definitely.
So I also hear about WellVent. Can you talk a little bit about WellVent and what is WellVent?
Yeah. So, on top of the wellness lectures, which are very like traditional didactic lectures, we have what we call well vents, which are essentially just group sessions, group therapy sessions, where it gives you a forum to speak your mind without judgment, without any types of thoughts of repercussions, where you can just let it go. Usually my well vents are focused on particular topics, whether they are interactions with consultants or ancillary staff versus how do we feel about this COVID pandemic. But a lot of times it's just, what's on your mind today. And it's a judgment-free zone. We are having one this evening after this. Where
if we survive and get there.
if we survive the hot wings, where it just allows you to have an open space where everyone can listen and you can get your grievances out, again without judgment, and it's very cathartic, a way to decompress, and it's very popular amongst the residents. They really love it.
It sounds like a really wonderful resident-mediated, resident-centered therapy session.
Yes. Not so formal, but...
No, I get it. What about mentorship and, I guess, like, is there a buddy system or a mentorship system at NYPQ?
Yes. So we have a lot of buddies. We have a mentor-mentee, which is a faculty-resident pairing, but then we also have built in our system a wellness buddy. So the mentor-mentee, when you start off as a first year, give you a few weeks to kind of get your bearings, learn who the faculty is, learn who is involved with the program, and then we ask upon you to choose a mentor. And a mentor is someone who maybe you align with academically, outside of work, or maybe you think that can help you kind of grow in your future. And so your mentor is someone who's going to kind of help you throughout residency, academically, outside of work, maybe help you with work when you graduate. And so we have that set up. We also have our wellness buddies, which can be within your class, which can be within like a senior resident, and they help you kind of navigate residency in general. Oh, you're first year this year, these are the recommendations I would make. Come second year, these are the recommendations. And even if it's a co-resident, then it's really just your buddy to kind of like get you through the time. They are required. However, they have become so important. My wellness buddy is still my buddy now. My mentor is still my mentor now. So.
It's funny that you mentioned the word required because, to be completely transparent, the terminology used to be suicide buddy, and I thought that was very morbid. But the truth is, like, let's face it. I mean, some of these, these years of residency can be some of the most challenging years of your life. And are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Do you need a buddy? Will
you be my buddy?
I'll be your buddy.
So hot.
And it's just really important to know that you have not only faculty, but you have your own residency buddies around to really help you through any times, whether they're good times or bad times. And so we don't call it the suicide buddy because, like I said, I think that's a little morbid. But
Probably not suicide
There is a
buddies
wellness
anymore.
buddy. You'll always have a wellness buddy. You'll always have a mentor. And then remember, outside of your actual, formal mentor, you may have a mentor that you just feel more connected to through the shift work that you've had, or because you are part of the ultrasound track and you are now, you know, more connected with the ultrasound director. So things are very fluid here, and there's just a lot of mentorship in general.
Yeah.
And so I think the residents always benefit from that overall.
And even when it's not formally introduced or formally made, I don't know how many times I have reached out to someone, an attending or, a senior attending where I'm like, I need your assistance in this particular issue. And this is like you said, a very big family, and we all support each other, and it doesn't necessarily need to be formalized to have the assistance that you need to kind of get you to your next steps. So.
Very nice. What about Wednesdays in general? Can you talk about Wednesdays?
Oh, Wednesday wellness? That's a very big thing for us. So conference days are pretty heavy, right? We have a lot of academic work, but we actually have Wednesdays kind of reserved for us to do wellness events. So once a month.
Who works the ED?
Oh, I believe that is covered. It is covered. The residents do not work during the day during Wednesday wellness. During Wednesdays. We have a full PA coverage as well as attending coverage as well. Maybe 3 residents will work in the evening, but usually they're on their evening stretch. But it is reserved specifically so that Wednesdays are focused on wellness. So while today we have a journal club and a well event scheduled, tomorrow they have a free wellness day, and our residents are pretty good at organizing wellness on their own. So we do bowling, we do trivia nights, we do days in the park. So Wednesdays are really escape the room,
axe
really
throwing,
focused.
Broadway, bouldering. I mean, it's actually been quite impressive.
Yeah.
And I'm just mentioning this because I think it's something to really highlight, because I don't think that this is done at a lot of other programs. Like, we protect Wednesdays not just for academics in the morning, and we have great academics in the morning where you learn all about emergency medicine, but the equally important component is the wellness component in the evening.
Yes.
And you do not go back to work clinically after conference. And so your Wednesday really is a day to decompress, to recharge, and to replenish.
Yes.
So
and
that's
so
excellent.
Important.
So I might take an opportunity to just talk about faculty wellness, because residents are not going to be well if their faculty are not well. So, I think this slide just kind of shows you how, it's equally important as human beings, as faculty, to get together and, bond over, shared experiences. And even there on the top left, you have your ED leadership, your program director, your program program coordinator, your chairman, your regional director, and in the bottom left you have most of our sim faculty that are enjoying a wellness day, right? You were there actually, Anika. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so we did a aerial yoga day, which is
aerial yoga.
It's
I haven't
actually
even done
really
that.
fantastic. Aerial and wall yoga. It was super fun, very rejuvenating. It focused on just kind of like wellness as a whole, like whole body wellness, I guess.
Right.
Super fun and unique. And it is something that I am planning to do with our residents this year, hopefully.
That's amazing. I will tell you, I think the variety of activities that we have planned in this residency, and a lot of that goes to you, because Anika Niklani is super creative in terms of the variety of activities that she has presented that she has coordinated. Just last month was October, and we went to a Halloween jack-o'-lantern blaze, which was amazing. I mean, it was hands down just probably one of the most amazing experiences I've had. I was actually able to bring my 2 daughters, and we just all had a great time. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So there is wellness for residents. There is wellness for faculty, because if the faculty are not well, the residents can't be well. So it goes hand in hand.
Wellness is significantly important for the entire department.
Yes, and again, there will be a lot of program directors that will say the same thing, but I truly, from the bottom of my heart, wholeheartedly will say that it is a top priority in this residency, because I know how hard everybody works, and you have to work hard, play hard in order to be sane and to be well and to be resilient. Let's move on though.
Yeah.
Let's event medicine. We do event medicine?
We do event medicine. We are actually very close to the stadium, the Met Stadium. It's not Shea Stadium. It's called City Field.
City Field.
Oh my goodness.
City Field, yeah.
City Field. We actually had a very good relationship with City Field, and a lot of our residents would participate and volunteer with the medical tent that's there. In addition, we would also participate in the New York City Marathon. We would also participate in a lot of the concerts that are actually local around here. We have the Casino Park, and we have the Corona area as well as the Arthur Ashe Stadium that's very close by. We're in a very close location. So with that, because we have a lot of events around us, event medicine is actually pretty popular amongst our residents, and a necessary thing around us. So we have the opportunity to participate in a lot of this medicine. It's very different than what you would expect in the regular hospital venue. This is outside, so it gives you opportunity to learn about certain pathologies that happen during these large events, as well as the types of resources you have available to you during these events.
No, and that's excellent. I also know on the other end, when you're not actually at the event but working in the ED when these events are going on, you get a high volume of patients. I specifically remember, electronic music festivals. We would get a let's just say a plethora of younger patients who presented with a number of intoxication events.
You get well-versed in tox.
Yes, wellness and tox, exactly. But no, event. We have when it's the marathon, we have a tent. We have music events, we have a tent. Like she mentioned, some of this has been somewhat subdued because of COVID, but that will all return someday.
Definitely.
We also do, for example, in terms of community outreach, we do event medicine. We always have a float and a table at the Queens Pride Parade, for example.
That's always fun.
Reaching out to the ethnic communities of Flushing, etc. So there's a lot of event medicine, and there's also a lot of just community outreach in general.
Yes.
Our next topic is Feminem, which I'm definitely not going to talk about, but you should talk about.
Oh, you're not going to talk about it?
I'm not
okay. Okay. So this is actually such an important topic in our department, in medicine in general. With the very the hard fact is that emergency medicine is a very male-dominated field, and women are just making strides in this department. I have the best mentors to look up to in terms of leadership. Dr. Nao Yoneda, which you have met earlier, Dr. Sumitra Wood, they are leadership in our academic world, and they, again, examples of making strides. So what we have kind of developed or instilled in our residents is Feminem. It's a movement that is very popular in emergency medicine, and really what it is focuses on important topics in emergency medicine as it pertains to women. I will tell you that, as most residencies, we are a male-dominated residency, so we have had a lot of men that have matriculated through our department. However, I held a Feminem night last year, and there was a lot of very positive and interested individuals that are interested in this topic and understand that it is so important. So um, it's important to me, it's important to us in general, and we actually have a Femininum scheduled in a week from now where everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome when we talk about these very important topics.
So I just want to mention this because you mentioned it as well. Every year there is a match, and the match is sometimes how the cookie crumbles, or how the dice actually roll out on the table. And like for example, one year we matched literally an all male class, and then last year we matched actually more predominantly female than male. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It happens just sometimes by chance.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you this, especially in our academic department, between you and Dr. Yoneda and Dr. Niklani and Dr. Wood and
I'm Dr.
just
Niklani.
yes, I know.
It's okay.
Sorry. We have an amazing amount of female leadership in our department that actually have done wonders for our ED and really, really have moved the bar even higher to kind of strive towards. So I am a very, very whenever a resident has come to me as a program director and says, I'd actually like to go to this conference at X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
It's a women in medicine or a feminine conference. I am a full 100% supporter. So we support this cause, and yeah, absolutely. But just so you know, I don't want to exclude the men. So there.
Oh my goodness.
There is an equal component of bro and M, which is it's just a
Too
bunch
much bro and M.
it's just a bunch of dudes hanging out, really reveling in the fact that they are in emergency medicine. So there is a feminem and there is a bro and M. This happens to be a picture of us at a retreat actually not too long ago, where we are at the Hudson River. And we were dining at the right on the banks of the Hudson River. It was a great time and a great opportunity.
There's a lot of bro NEM
Right.
as well.
But there's a lot of wellness events throughout the year
Yes.
that I hope that maybe you could touch upon briefly.
So
yeah.
we have a lot of structured events. Like I said, we will try to schedule once a month a wellness event, but we have kind of tried and true traditions that we have here at NYPQ that have been kind of consistent throughout. Every year when you start off your residency as an intern, we have New York ASAP in Lake George, and that's also just like a very like true to my heart tradition. For 3 days, we'll take the interns upstate. It's about 3 or 4 hours at this beautiful lake in Lake George. It's a conference for New York ASAP. We have this long-standing volleyball competition, which class of 2021 have been the reigning champions since. So they still hold that crown. Has not been taken, so we challenge the next anyone else to take that crown from us. So that's where you will start. The second big event that is also very traditional is the PD pool party barbecue. This year we had it. We always have it at your place, wherever it is, whether it's in Long Island City or in Long Island. That's always like a big event and kind of like sparks the beginning of this is now the new academic year. We have a bowling night that's kind of like a mixer with the surgeons. It's kind of nice to play nice with them in the very beginning, and then see
interdepartmental communications.
Interdepartmental communication.
And collaboration.
It's quite fun. And then come September, we have a national EMA conference that's usually in Atlantic City. Lasts for 2 days. That's always a great time. our seniors get to go to ASEP every year. That's usually in October. Unfortunately, ASEP is virtual this year, but again,
It'll all come back.
It'll all come back. It'll all come back, right?
Yeah.
My ASEP was in Vegas way back when, so hopefully we will continue the tradition of ASEP being further, being in a different location. As well, during interview season, we have socials. We have socials usually once a week for during the interview season, usually at a local place or at a clubhouse in one of our faculty's apartment buildings. We usually do a Thanksgiving potluck, which is scheduled for next week if COVID wasn't a thing. But things are gonna go back.
Potluck is not happening in COVID, but other than that, we do a potluck every year.
Every year we do a Thanksgiving potluck, and then finally we do a Christmas party every year as well, which is not happening this year.
Which I think it's important to mention that there are a few events throughout the year that all the residents are off for.
Yes.
Christmas party is one of them. Karaoke is one of them, and maybe you'll go through the rest. But we have the capability in our emergency department to staff the ED with non-residents, which are essentially attendings and PAs, right? Or associate providers, NPs, PAs, that sort of thing. So there are times when the residents are not expected to work and they are not working, and the residents are able to really decompress and recharge and replenish with their colleagues for many of these events.
So those events are so this post-IT karaoke, what is that? ITE is a test that we take every year. It's our in-service exam. We are a family of traditions. We are a residency of traditions, and that is one of the longest standing tradition where we do karaoke every post-ITE celebration. So hopefully this will happen this year, but that is a night where all the residents are off, where everyone can participate. We also have a ski trip that is like a resident appreciation day, usually in February as well. In May, when we do an annual residency review where we focus on the program and things that we may or may not improve on, things that we love about the program, we try to go away. And we've done Bear Mountain, we've done Storm King, we've done Mohawk. We try to make it an overnight retreat so that we really focus on the kumbaya lovingness that we of the entire residency. Usually the first half of it is focused on the program and what we can do to improve, and then Dr. Yonita plans an elaborate scavenger hunt, which is always super, super fun, and everyone absolutely loves it. And then it's usually team building from then on. Hopefully, usually it's in an area where it's where we have like a lot of hiking, so we plan a hiking trip afterwards. We do a Maryland EKG symposium, and then PGY2s are able to go to SAEM. That's their opportunity to do a conference. Every year there is like a fun conference to go to. So the 2s go to SAM, the 3s go to ASEP. We have Lang Research Day, which is a dedicated conference day to some of the work that our residents put through research-wise. And then my favorite is the wine trip every year. That is our send-off for the graduates. It's their final hurrah before they graduate. And we take a Wednesday usually, to explore the wine trips the wine vineyards in Long Island. And then finally, the biggest fun day of them all is the graduation, which everybody is off, and we get to celebrate the third years moving on to their next step. So
100%, that's probably my favorite night.
Yeah.
It's a little bittersweet. It's a bittersweet because you have to send off your loved ones and your family that you've nurtured for 3 years.
At the end of the day, we are really just one big family. I think it's probably more difficult to just kind of lecture on this versus experiencing it. The people here are my best friends. They're my mentors. They're my family, big brothers, big sisters. I would lay my life on the line for them, and I think vice versa. So in general, we work hard, we play hard. The proof is in the relationships that we have here. And I'm very happy to say that I'm a product of the program, and I'm very interested in seeing how far forward that this goes.
And I concur with everything you said. I will tell you this. Residents, applicants, students always ask me, like, Dr. Parikh, why do you stay here? Why NYPQ? And I know this may sound cliche, but honestly, it really is the people and the camaraderie and the relationships that I have created here. It really is my family. I have a family at home, but this is my second equally as important family. And I've been here for many years, and over the years, I can't imagine another place where I am this connected to the people that I work with. So, with that said, that is the reason that you should choose NYPQ, because we truly are a family. You come here, you'll train, we'll teach you how to be a great EM doc, but at the end of the day, you're really going to be part of our family, and we will nurture you and guide you and train you to be the future superhero of tomorrow. And with that, that's the end of round 7.
Oh my goodness.
How's your stomach?
It's okay. I mean, there's a hole in there. But...
Don't die from gastrointestinal bleeding.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Anika, and thank you everyone for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed the Hot Wings Challenge, and hopefully you will rank us high, and you will be part of our family. Good to see you.